I love women. I love women. As crazy as you ladies are. I love you.
Right now, you are seeing everybody come in. They're coming in for the Billy Dee Williams panel. You see the man right over there on the screen. I try to get some good seats right here. You see the stage. They obviously let VIP, well deserved. They paid that amount of money. They got to be first two rows. But Billy Dee Williams ready for Billy Dee to come out. Hopefully we get some great stories and behind the scenes.
Thank you very much. It's nice to see everybody. It's a beautiful day. What are you doing in here? It's nice outside today. Anyway, it's very nice to see everybody, and thank you for showing up. It's very kind of you. Anyway, I'm glad that maybe this is my third time in Tennessee, I think. I remember the last time I was here, I remember going to a blues joint. Yeah. You guys have the best music in the world, I guess, in America, just about. So it's are we going to a blues joint today?
Not tonight, no.
Oh, okay.
Just a regular restaurant with food.
He's a steak eater. I'm not a big steak eater.
I promise they'll have fish for you.
He's gonna turn into a steak.
So Billy, let me introduce you to Hayden. Hayden, this is Billy Dee Williams.
Hey Hayden. Hey Hayden. Come on, nice to meet you. Thank you.
So he's going to be our sabak player with you. So Mom, you can come up close now and watch. I'm going to put the mic down and talk as loudly as I can because I can't do two things at once here. All right, so we're going to shuffle your cards up. Like the okay. So this is very simple. It's going to be highest card takes the deck, or the trick, and the idea is the more tricks you get, then you go home with the following, unless you have that magic sabak card. So let's hope that Hayden has it. You guys take your cards, and you can look at them and see what we're doing. And since Hayden is our guest, we're going to allow Hayden to go first. And Hayden, make sure that you don't flash your cards at Billy or Lando, because you know he might be looking over your shoulder here to try to one-up you. He kind of does that in the Star Wars universe. So, what would you like to play first? Put it here. All right, we have a King of Hearts. Billy, what are you going to play?
I think it's over for you, kid.
No lost love.
Not quite.
What's he going to do? Notice how he hit his cards after you got to look at them. He played the Queen of Clubs, so he's letting you have that first round. Excellent. Play another one, buddy. You're winning so far. The pressure is now off. Here is a Jack of Hearts. Lando, how are you going to beat a Jack of Hearts? Maybe. You can let him have it again, too. Just so you know he plays dirty. Huh? Queen of Spades. Oh, you lost that one. It's neck and neck now. One for Lando, one for you. Go ahead. Play another one, Hayden.
Let's go, Hayden.
Your mom's your cheerleader. Did you hear that? She wants you to win. Now, Jack of Clubs. Jack of Clubs. What can we do with the Jack of Clubs, Mr. Williams? Queen of Hearts, he's beating you. I don't get this. Come on, play a high card. Play a high card. If you have the Sabbath card, don't play it. You save it to the end and go, haha, play it. Okay, better. King of clubs. All right. He's got to have this one, right? Got to have it. You got it. Jack of diamonds. Perfect. There you go. Neck and neck. Do another one here. Another big one. Let's see if you can do it again. Queen of diamonds. That's a good one. That's a good one. Queen of diamonds. Queen of diamonds. Lando will play. It's looking good. 10 of hearts. You're on a roll, Hayden. Come on, buddy. Do it again. Do it again. Do it again. Maybe you should go to Vegas tomorrow. King of diamonds. King of diamonds. Go, Hayden. Go, Hayden. You think you got him?
He's doing a lot there.
10 of spade clubs. You're working it. You're working it. We need that magic Sabbath card. Okay. Play the next one. Here we go. We're getting close. 10 of diamonds. That might be... Oh, a draw. I like that. Nobody gets it. 10 of spades, 10 of diamonds. So I'll keep that one. How's that? Okay. Moment of truth. Jack of spades. So you didn't have the Sabbath card. That ain't good. But let's see what Lando has. Because, I mean, you know, he wants to go home with the... What the hell is that? What is that? I think somebody cheated. Hey, do me a favor. Go over to Mr. Williams' pocket. No, you cheated. I know you did. Because this is... I didn't give this kid this. Go in his upper right pocket and see if there's something in his pocket, on his chest. Is there something in there? You... Look at that. That's the Sabbath card. Man, oh man. You had to see it coming that Lando was going to cheat. Right? But guess what? For being such a good sport, we can't send you home with the Falcon, but Billy's going to autograph for this. And you get to go home with it. Stand over here, right here, crouch down. Mom, make sure you get a still photography of that. That's your big moment. Give it up for Hayden. Thank you for playing along.
Edward G. Robinson. I was doing a play on Broadway with Laurence Olivier's wife, with Joan Florright and Angela Lansbury. I was about 22, I think, 22 or 23 years old. And I did a play called The Taste of Honey. And so, you know, to have opportunities to sit and have great conversations with people like Muni, Paul Muni. That was my first movie, The Last Angry Man. And then to spend time having conversations with Laurence Olivier. And I mean, at a very young age, I mean, to have those kind of experiences was very, very valuable to me.
And I think if people buy the book today, which we have at the booth.
But then there's my mommy and my daddy. Mommy and daddy were really wonderful people. So I'm very proud to say that I'm from a working class family. And you know, they were wonderful people to be around and to be exposed to.
The book is filled with these stories that he wants to tell you all. He's got pictures of his family life and his films. So it's an amazing another piece of art.
But even, you know, spending time with Brando, Jimmy Baldwin, it was a kind of rarity about those experiences. And then, you know, of course, you know, as far as my painting is concerned, I mean, I went to one of the finest art schools in New York City, the National Academy of Design for the Fine Arts, where I spent 2 years under painting on a scholarship. and was nominated for, when I was about 18. 19, I was nominated for Guggenheim, and but I won a Hallgarten, which is comparable to a Guggenheim. But one of my, the Smithsonian owns one of my paintings, and the Schoenberg in New York owns one of my paintings. The Kansas City Jazz Museum owns a piece of mine. So painting has always been very much a part of my life, and as well as this thing called acting. But it's all been very interesting. It's been an adventure, to say the least. I get, what website?
To see your
My
art.
website.
Your website, yes.
I don't know, what is my website?
Very hard, sir.
Billy
That one.
Billy Dee Williams
.com. Yes, exactly.
I don't know, all this technology stuff.
It's
Very
yeah.
good with.
So go there, look at some art. We actually have one of his pieces hanging at our booth as well. He did a piece about The Empire Strikes Back, which you can buy at our booth. And but no pressure. We also have the books for sale, but now finish, because I know people want to hear about the album that if you poke around on Amazon, you can get.
1970 and what was it? 61. Called "Let's Misbehave" with Billy Dee Williams.
Hey.
You know the song "A Taste of Honey"? Nobody knows "A Taste of Honey."
Well, one person said yes. That guy knows it. There you
Okay.
go.
And yeah, that was the first to ever sing that song on stage, actually. So as a result of that, I ended up doing this album called, as I said, "Let's Misbehave" with Billy Dee Williams. You know. But all of this stuff is always so funny to me. I mean, I laugh at myself a lot, you know. I always call myself a walking absurdity, which gives me a lot of room to be aware, to understand, being abstract now, to understand. I don't think I will ever reach a point where I would ever call myself a wise man. Wisdom is not something that I have really experienced yet. I'm still like a little kid trying to figure it all out, even at this stage. Anyway.
Aside from the aches and pains, you
boring.
don't feel like an old man.
What?
Aside from the aches and pains, you don't feel like an old man.
I guess sometimes I do. I don't know what I feel. You know, I just,
Thank you for going with me on that path.
I'm just trying to enjoy it. I just want to enjoy life. I want to smile a lot.
Yeah.
Instead of frown a lot.
Yes.
So
I want to enjoy everybody, all wonderful people. It's always nice to do this, traveling around and doing these Comic-Cons, because I get a chance to meet the people who've been really very important to my life and my career. And so it's my way, my opportunity to say thanks.
You're welcome.
thank you. We have a gentleman in the audience who's going to. We have a gentleman in the audience who's going to walk around with a microphone right here to get your questions. So put your hands in the air. What's your name, sir?
Ben.
Oh, you just lost your friendship.
So many tens of thousands of us have asked you for autographs throughout the years with different messages of things that were personal to us. If you could write something specific, just to put out there to the universe, autographing anything, what would that message be?
I love you.
Okay, you pick. I don't
Sure,
want
I'm gonna go right here.
Awesome. What's your
Say
name?
that, please.
What's your name, sir?
Bradley. In your book, you talk about your love for Duke Ellington, and you wrote a script for a movie of his life, and you said you put it on the shelf. Is there any way that we're ever going to see that work come to fruition?
I'm done. No, I always wanted to do Ellington's life. I thought I was the best person to do that kind of a character. And I met Ellington a couple of times in my life. The first time I met him was a friend of mine was a managing editor for a newspaper in New York, in Harlem. Al Duckett, who was a wonderful writer, a wonderful poet. He gave a reception for Ellington. I was about 18 years old at the time, I think. And this was a big room like this, and it was filled with all of these ladies waiting for Ellington. And Ellington was very charming. In fact, he used to compete with his father to see who was most charming. They evidently had a lot of fun with each other. Anyway, all of these ladies were waiting for Ellington. And it was really interesting. When he came into the room, and it was wall to wall, these ladies. And he made each woman feel like she was the only woman in the room. And I thought, wow. That was incredible. The second time I met him, I wanted to tell him how much I wanted to do his life story. I met him in Vegas. When I was under contract to Berry Gordy, who started Motown. And I was right after I did Lady Sings the Blues. And I really wanted to say to Ellington how much I really admired him and how much I wanted to. And I thought I was the only one who really understood his kind of sensibility. That kind of an old-fashioned kind of charm. But I never, he was very interesting. He just sat there. I sat in his dressing room, and he waited for me to say something. I didn't know what to say. He never asked me to leave. He never prompted me to explain why I did not leave his room. He just sort of waited. And so finally I just got up and left. But anyway, did I do something wrong?
Is this your first year at ICCC?
The what?
Is this your first year here?
Is this your first year here at the ICC convention?
Yes.
This is his first year at the ICCCon. Do you have a question?
Generally, years for a period of time, I'd always have a little kid admonish me about betraying Han Solo. So I wasn't waiting for it. Not me, Lando.
Lachlan doesn't know what to do with that information. Lando is happy that you did not accuse him of betrayal. That's the point, buddy. So you did good. Thumbs up. Yes, go ahead.
Right here. Come on, stand up, please.
What's your name?
My name's Sebastian. I'm Lachlan's brother. I heard that during that Sarlacc pit scene, you actually got hurt. Is that true?
Yeah, I got a, what do you call it?
Squib.
Squib in my foot. Yeah, but, Harrison was supposed to save me at that moment, you know. And he was acting so much that I was yelling, I'm hurt. And he was so involved with his character, and he was acting up a storm. And he he just got completely involved in what he had to do. But anyway, yeah, I did get squid.
Special effect
Yeah.
explosion thing.
In my, I always found that I was always very dissatisfied, only because I always feel like everybody wants to be boss. And, you know, in those groups, these little groups that end up, you know, protesting everything. Not that it's wrong to protest, and I think for a lot of people, it's, I guess, a wonderful way to live their life. But I don't live my life that way. I guess I'm kind of I mean, I like being around people, but I like being by myself and just sort of coming up with what I perceive as interesting ideas. I'm always looking to be innovative, I suppose. And I mean, when I did Lando, I mean, when I heard Calrissian, I said, my goodness, Calrissian, that's interesting. What can I do with that? I found out it was an Armenian name. I said, whoa, let me play with that idea. And then when I got the cave, I was thinking Errol Flint. You know, so the combination of the two, so I came up with this whole point of view that this guy is he's beyond all of these questions we find ourselves admired in, as far as, you know, racial differences and all that sort of stuff. I'm not really interested in that kind of stuff. I'm not saying it's a bad thing, but I'm just not into all of that. I'm always looking to make things bigger than life, which to me makes it much more interesting. Well, when I think of Lando, I only think of me. I mean, I created the character, so, and I wanted to make him really different and unique. I don't think of anybody else really. I mean, Donald Glover is a very talented young man, extraordinarily talented, and especially musically. He does interesting stuff. He's very innovative. But when it comes to Lando, hello, what happened? Not everybody has that kind of charm.
The one and only original. Let's do one more question, I think, before we get thrown out of here.
Let's do right here at the front. Just stand up, please.
What's your name, sir?
Andrew. So you mentioned earlier in the talk that once you reach a certain age, you have this desire to have other people understand you. With such a long and storied life and career, how did you decide what to include in the book, and how did that desire to be understood affect what you selected?
Well, there's so much to talk about, you know, and I started one book. I'm still working on it. It's just about finished. But I started working on it for about 25 years ago, and it's a coffee table book. It's my life being told through my paintings. Very interesting idea. And my paintings, I'm a good painter. So that's something since I've had the success with this one, my intention is to do this coffee table book. So writing is something that I've been doing all of my life, really. You know, one way or another. I was always documenting things. My whole life revolves around creativity. So it's always been, if I was not writing, I'd be painting. If I wasn't painting, I was acting. And the rest of it, I was messing around with a lot of ladies. I love women. I love women. As crazy as you ladies are. I love you.
That's a good note to go on. I'm going to give you a pin for that because you got his brain spinning. And Sebastian, I want you to come up and get one for the Sarlacc pit. And Ben, the quote thing was interesting. Who? Ben? Oh, he left? How did he know he was going to win? Am I okay to give it to this guy to give to Ben? You all know him? This guy's shady. He's shady. Right, there you go. If Ben comes to me later and asks where it is, you're in a lot of trouble. Thank you guys. Give it up. Coolest man in the galaxy,
Stay well, everybody. Bless you.
Ladies and gentlemen, Mr. Billy Dee Williams, Derek Mackey.